Hello, Kate here, mynaturalhappiness.com, creator of the Seeds of Change program to help you go from hamster wheel to happiness. Founder of Shine Your Light Goddess, Shine Your Light, the boot camp and the circle, and Crazy Cat Lady. I have a Jasper that's just decided that hello, mate, that he wants to come and have a snuggle. We might have a Jasper jumping up behind me in a minute. Anyway, so how are you? How's your week been? How are you feeling? How is life? If you're feeling stressed and tired and exhausted and everything is happening all around you, please know you can go to my website, mynaturalhappiness.com, go to the free stuff tab, and there is a free Sacred Soul Restoration Kit that you can get access to with some beautiful calming tools and techniques to help you unwind from within at this time of year. So if you're feeling a bit stressed with everything going on around you and having to get everything organized, hopefully that will provide some ease and love in your heart and soul. Ease and love is your heart and soul. So sending you a big hug of love. As always, I pulled out a card for you for watching this video or listening to this podcast. Either way, if you can hit subscribe, I'll appreciate it so much. I'm remembering to ask. It takes a while. I'm remembering to ask. So the first card I actually got pulled out Doreen Virtue's cards, which I'm working with a little bit more, so which is interesting. And we have music. Well, considering last week I'd just finished singing Christmas songs in a choir, this week, interesting, music. So the angels guide you to immerse yourself in beautiful music. Music lifts your spirit above earthbound concerns and elevates your thoughts to divine love. You have angels with you who want to help you through the healing properties of music. By drawing this card, the angels ask you to add more music into your life. They guide you to play soft background music whilst you dress, work and play. They also ask you to whistle and sing often. You may have drawn this card because of your own musical gifts. Have you felt guided lately to compose a song, participate in a musical play, join a singing group or band, or play an instrument? These inner nudges may be coming from your angels who can see your God-given gifts. They know that your musical talents will help others, so they ask you to be an earth angel by expressing your gift, your song, and your melody. Such a beautiful card, such a beautiful card. And that's so interesting because after the Goddess retreat that we had a couple of weeks ago, I started playing a lot of music, and I went back to a lot of the chants from various women's circles that I've been honoured and blessed to be a part of. And there were things like, we all come from the Goddess, and to her we shall return, like a drop of rain flowing through the ocean. It's one of my favourite chants, and many others that I was playing, and I just kept playing them. The day that I came back and I was landing, just kept playing that, and it was such a powerful thing to do. And it's been a while since I've listened to those kind of chants, so that was really powerful. And this time of year we listen to a lot of carols and melodies that are part of our ancestry, that our ancestors have been playing for time gone by. And so it's a really wonderful way to just set the tone and set the music. So yeah, that speaks. That one is speaking to me. The other card that I pulled out from my deck of cards is release. You are being guided to release what no longer serves you at this time. All too often we hold on to things for sentimental reasons or misguided loyalty when they no longer serve us. It's okay to let go of things that no longer serve us. Your ancestors let go of things that no longer serve them. Your descendants will let go of things that no longer serve them. You have permission to let go of things that no longer serve you. Enjoy that release so much. Enjoy that release. And that's so true. So often we let go, we can hold on to commitments, misguided loyalties. Um, you are not responsible for everyone in your world. I am not responsible for everyone in my world. And so often we can hold on to that feeling of responsibility when that's not the case. Everyone has to take personal responsibility. And at this time of year, we can often, especially as nurturers and givers, feel a misguided feeling of responsibility, that we somehow have to be responsible for everyone's personal well-being and somehow have to be responsible for everybody's happiness and responsible for everyone. And that's not the case. You're responsible for your own happiness and you're responsible for your own well-being. And if you've got the capacity to then be responsible for, to help others find their light and help others in a way that serves you and honors your energy, then amazing and incredible, and you're not responsible for everyone, and to let go of that is really powerful. And sometimes it can surprise people. Sometimes it can really surprise people when you put those boundaries up and just say, no, I'm not responsible for your personal well-being. I'm not responsible for your personal happiness. You are responsible for that. I can do my best and I can create a space for you. If you're hosting someone at Christmas Day, you can create the space for them to step into it. You can create you can serve the meal, whether it be a meal of love and happiness and everything. You can create the space, and it's not your responsibility for them to be happy. It's their responsibility. And you can do everything you can to help them, and you can only do what you can. And it's at some point that you have to pass on that responsibility. And at this time of year, I'm being guided to say that, as nurturers, we can sometimes feel over over responsibility, and you can only do what you can do, and it's okay, and it's hard, and it can be scary the first time you go, no. I was talking to a family member earlier, and her mother-in-law was expecting her to drive 5.5 hours. I know that this mother-in-law is never going to watch this video, so I feel safe, but expecting her to drive 5.5 hours to go and collect her and bring her back. It's like, no. If it's okay to do that, and if you can do that, and if you have the time to do that, absolutely. And if you haven't got the time to do that, there has to be that personal responsibility that you create space. And if they can come to you, happy days. And if they can't, then it's not your responsibility. And if you can do it, and if it's in the capacity that is going to serve you, happy days. And if you can't, it is just what it is. And it's as heartbreaking as it is, there has to be a boundary, a line across what you can give and what they can do, and there has to be that. So that speaks to me so much. Release, 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 release. You're being guided to release what no longer serves you, and I'm being told to say you'll be, for me especially, release the over feeling of responsibility when I can only do what I can do. But you are being guided to release what no longer serves you at this time. So often we hold on to things for sentimental reasons or misguided loyalty when they no longer serve us. It's okay to let go of things that no longer serve us. Your ancestors let go of things that no longer serve them. Your descendants will let go of things that no longer serve them. You have permission to let go of things that no longer serve you. Enjoy that release so much. Enjoy that release. And if you're feeling guided the same as me to release, and I think we're pretty good in our family now, actually. It's like we can do what we can do, and we can't do any more. If you're feeling guided to release over that burden of over responsibility for things that are, are difficult for you to do and time consuming for you to do. If you're being guided to release it, where maybe you always do, I don't know, maybe you always do a round robin, or maybe you always send Christmas cards and you haven't got the time to do that. A lot of people aren't sending Christmas cards this year because of the postal strike. Maybe you've always done something a certain way and actually it's exhausting and you can't do that anymore. Maybe you're being guided to release that, and maybe not. Sometimes when we actually release things, we can then think, well, actually, I quite like that, and we can pick it back up again, and you get to choose. You get to choose, which is magical, a reminder that if you buy a copy, talking about Christmas and going off on tangents there, if you buy a copy of my deck of cards, you will receive access to a free, before, if you buy a copy of my deck of cards before Christmas Eve, you will receive access to a free How to Read Oracle Cards retreat that will be in online, and it will be in the spring sometime, which means that you can gift people a copy of my deck of cards, either the pocket book of Oracle cards, which is available from Amazon, or the actual deck of cards. You will receive a free ticket to the online retreat day, which means you can gift a deck of cards with a free retreat to somebody for Christmas. So hopefully that helps you gift something pretty good, I hope, pretty good for a low price. So I will stop babbling, I will stop going off on tangents, and I'll just say, sending you a huge hug of love, sending you so much love, surrounding you with such a huge hug of love. Have a magical, magical week, and sending you such a big hug of love. Have a magical week. Lots of love. Kate, mynaturalhappiness.com. Oh, I don't think I've mentioned this time I will be signing copies of my book in the Hen Shop on winter solstice. So if you want to come see me there, it'll be lovely to see you. Mwah. Have a magical, magical week with so much love. Kate, mynaturalhappiness.com. Take care. Lots of love.